That year, I closed 8 deals. The next year, I did 18 deals. The next year after that, I was 25 deals. I got brought on to run a top producing team at 24 years old. That was 95 transactions we did on that team. Moved to Keller Williams Encino, became the #1 agent over there after my 4th year in the business. Then came back here to start and run and manage my team, which I'm doing today. So I haven't been in business for too long, but I've done a lot of business, right? So all of it came down to open houses. Now I'm doing open houses in Beverly Hills, Encino, an average of $2 to $8 million, using the same strategies that I built in Palmdale. Last year, my volume in business was $21 million, and that was 36 transactions. I spent $0 in marketing, $0 in paid leads. This is all organic and referrals built off of open houses, right? So if you guys, for me, I don't like to have to chase for business. I want the business to come to me and want to work with me. Who wants business to come to them, right? This is building a database. Yes, and it's possible. Look, you guys have all the tools that you need here. And what this company provides is all I did. I just did the stuff and then gave it time. You plant the seeds and you give it time with persistence, right? Who's done, where are your guys' bottlenecks at right now with open houses? Like, where do you, what are your negative self-talk? Where are you guys at? What do you feel about them?
Open houses?
Yeah.
I love them.
Okay. So you like them?
Yeah.
Because you see success from them.
Yes, I've gotten a lot of
And Tony's been in the business for a while.
Yeah.
So how much business have you done? Majority, percentage of business open houses on average?
When I have done them, which I should have done more, but when I have done them, I've been really successful. I leave with a few leads, or there's times where I've had open houses and got the leads number and showed them houses as soon as the open houses was over. Met with them at the office, wrap up my open house at 2, meet with them at the office at 4, and show them houses and get them in escrow by Monday.
Yep.
Converted on the same day.
Yep.
So I believe in open houses.
I believe in open houses too. And you all should. That's a fundamental, before you do anything, just day 2 in the business, find a listing to sit. And ideally find a listing to sit with an experienced agent that you can shadow and mirror and see how they talk to the clients and see how they do it, right? Because of course you can do it, but how many that you're gonna have to do? In between a weekend, there's 5 days. How many of those you can do in a year? Maybe 40 open houses max. I was doing 5 open houses a week when I first started. Right now, I'm still doing 4 open houses. I'll do 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. I still do it, because I can and I like to do it. But the open house is, if you look at it, it's an excuse to call the neighborhood. It's an excuse to create conversations, and it's an excuse to reach out to people to let them know. Alright, cool. So I have my own little thing I put together. I go to different Keller Williams and I teach this class I did in Colorado, Florida. I like to teach this because it's something that I don't think I've mastered. I don't think you can ever really truly master something. There's just always something to learn, but it's something that I've done at a really high level. So first, about why do you do it, what to do, and then how do you do it, right? So there's conversion rates. So let's say, on numbers wise, this is how you can really create and track your numbers. So let's say on average 6 people come to your open house, 6 different families. Half of those are genuine leads, right? So eliminate half that are not going to do anything, right? So 3 people per open house. Granted, that's a good open house, because you can definitely secure an open house. Nobody's going to come to it. Oh, open houses suck. Well, how is it priced? Because you got to make sure it's priced well and it appears good online, or else you're wasting your time. So don't say yes to every open house, especially in this market. Do you guys know what kind of market we're in right now? Right.
It's right in the middle. It's a buyer's and a seller's kind of
Right. So we're about 4.3 months of inventory on the market. Right. A balanced market is 4 to 5 months. 5 months plus of inventory is beginning to be a buyer's market. Inventory is increased. Actually, we haven't had this type of inventory since 2018. So it's the same market it was pre-pandemic. So sellers, a lot of them are stuck in the past. And that's why you see a lot of price reductions, and you see a lot of objections from buyers saying, oh, the market's crashing. No, reality is just setting in for the active inventory, and it's building up. So you got to be very careful in the open house you pick. Don't pick overpriced. Make sure it's priced actually below market value. And that's how you can do 5 open houses in a row that are all overpriced, or you can have one open house that's underpriced and make up for 5 weekends wasting your time. So it's about not just working more, but working smarter. So if you look at the numbers, 25 leads a month. Okay, say your conversion after 90 days, you can have 78 leads. Say you have 5% conversion rate as a new agent. Like you meet 100 people, you can convert 5. That, after 3 months, you should close, after 3 months and 90 days, you should have 1 to 2 active buyers you're showing with, you're either in contract with, or you're in escrow on.
just in case.
Yeah. So let me go just to the facilitator slides so I can get out of the way of this. Do you want a picture of that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna blow through the Ignite stuff because it's like mandatory, but I'll teach you guys this stuff because I put it together. It's very helpful, I feel. Okay. Where's this at? Alright, so I'm just gonna blow through this. Don't be mad at me if you guys missed your Ignite stuff. Okay, that. Alright, so simply put, yeah. Capture leads with open houses, social media, more leads. So the cool thing with an open house, everything can circle around the open house. So check this out. So you have your little house here. Boom. That's your open house. But this becomes an ecosystem. Okay? Why is this an ecosystem? Conversations. You guys know there's different types of prospecting methods, right? You have cold calling, expired listings, your database, the neighbors. Okay? So you're gonna have social media. This can be marketing the open house. Database. This can be an excuse to call your database. Hey, I'm doing an open house this weekend at 123 Banana Street. Priced at this. Who do you know that would want a home like this? Cool. You can call the neighbors. This is called circle prospecting, right? On average, me and my team, we make sure we call every open house every single weekend and call a neighborhood, because it's just an easy excuse to call and tell the neighbors. Hey, what's up, Bo? This is Brandon with KW. Look, I just want to be really brief with you. We're hosting an open house at the Joneses' residence this weekend. Just wanted to invite all the neighbors. By the way, anybody that comes by, we're going to give free gift cards to. Just come on by. Who do you know that wants to move into the neighborhood? They're going to say, yes, no, whatever. You can pick up a buyer this way, for sure. Because you're asking random people for referrals. Contacts. For every 20 conversations you have with these people, you're going to get 1 lead. That's the numbers. Expired listings. So check this out. So while you're falling through the neighborhood, there's homes that sit on the market and stay on the market. You're going to end up talking to homeowners who have listed in the past on accident. Oh, I didn't know about that. So now you're turning an open house into not just that, and then your signs. So this whole thing is going to create a machine for you, a marketing machine. Post a walkthrough tour every single open house you do. Boom, there's your content for your social media. Now you're showcasing property. Everybody loves to look at real estate, right? That's why we're in the business. We like real estate, maybe. little bit? No, not too much. So, nothing else about your business will have to be as big of an impact. You just gotta have leads. If you don't have enough leads, you're dead. Right? What's leads? Relationships. I hate the word leads. It's relationships, right? All right. So limiting beliefs. Oh, I already asked you guys about limiting beliefs about open houses. I don't have signs yet. I don't know the answers to the question. Do you guys have any of these limiting beliefs? Is that even like a thing? Yes. Who resonates? Say yes. Okay. What are the beliefs? What are the limiting beliefs you have?
Well, I did an open house, but it was for someone else, because she's going out of town, and I didn't know the work of the signs.
But you didn't have signs.
No, she had signs.
Okay.
I didn't know the work of the signs, putting them out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That does suck. Put signs up. Yeah. You gotta leverage a little bit. Who else can we use in our family
Get like
to do
a
this
son,
for me?
grandson, have them like hop out.
Yeah.
I know an agent who said he used to pay his teenager like I
Yeah.
think like $20 to
Yeah.
go out and throw out his signs
Yeah.
out for him.
To be honest, you don't really need signs. You need like 3. I'll do 3 open houses in a day. I'm like, boom, in and out. Because it's really not the signs that bring people. It's Zillow. And when a home is overpriced, nobody's gonna come anyways. You can put 20 signs out. You know, you're gonna waste your time. So, yes, signs are great for branding and marketing. Put your face out there. You want to create a farm. So, if people are constantly seeing your signs in the same geographic area, you're gonna build name brand recognition for free. It's like, dude, no brainer. Let me do all the open houses ever in the world. So, capture leads, okay? Sellers, buyers, neighbors, you the agent. So the cool thing about open houses, this is for the neighbors. Oh, the neighbors coming by, looky-loos. No, this is a great opportunity. Because this is your first impression to the neighbors on how you're gonna present and market their home. Because a neighbor that comes by is considering making a move in the future. Oh, that's funny. So, inexpensive, prospecting tool, high ROI, yeah, it's free. Market numbers. So, this is what I do at open houses. Obviously, set up the day before, print your marketing materials the day before, arrive early, set your signs up so you're not like frantically dropping your stuff at the door. Get there a little bit early. Pick the house, pick the right house, the right price, and know your numbers. Just know the market a little bit, review the market. Because it's not about knowing everything, it's just being like 3 steps ahead of the average consumer. That's all you need to do. You don't need to be like the chief economist of Palmdale, which is the goal. You want to have a wealth of knowledge to provide value. Yeah, you can have a lender come by. Usually if you're a lady, with how crazy things are, definitely have someone accompany you to the open house for sure. Because people are weird. I hear crazy stories. Bring a lender. Usually it's good. So get a good lender that you can partner with. Because sometimes it'll be dead. You're gonna be just alone in there, twiddling your thumbs. I like to read books or prospect. If I have a dead open house, it's not gonna go to waste. I'm either prospecting for new business on my phone or people are coming in. So I make a good use of the time. But if you want to put a team together, do that. Get a lender and they can pay for your marketing material. Hey, can you print out the signs for me? Print out the flyers? Save yourself some printing fees. The lender wants the business. Wine and cheese. So you can get creative with these things. I've done in the past. Now, if you want to spend money on this, I've done, like when it's really hot, I got an ice cream truck to come out and I blast it to the whole neighborhood. And I'll door knock the neighborhood. Hey, we're going to have an ice cream truck. Come by there. All the neighbors are invited. I just had a seller call me from one of my open houses I did like 3 years ago. He was like, hey, I like what you did. I'm like, yeah. That was cool. Because you got to remember, when you're even just dropping off your flyer at the door, people keep them. People do keep them. And you're investing into your future bank account when you're door knocking. Even if nobody answers, you're still investing into your future return. Because what if you call that neighbor again and then you leave a sign? Now you're just reinforcing. Because in this business, contacts only become relationships with multiple points of contact, right? I meet you once and then I don't hear from you again. It's not a relationship. The point of it is to talk to these humans and build a relationship as many times as possible. So you get their email, or your door knock, phone number, text, and then just constantly stay in touch and top of mind. You guys know the average turnover rate for homeowners right now? When people sell on average, like when they move, how many years? So it's 7.5. It used to be 12 years. So the average tenure in a homeowner is going down. So there's always going to be a cycle. There's always going to be a cycle. Like, check this out. If you're constantly talking to new people every day, there's something called the sales cycle. I'll put that, I don't know, right here. Okay. There's a circle like this, okay? This is, boom, 7 to 10 years. And when you're talking to people, you might get them right here. Or you might get them right here. Or you might get them right here. Right? But the goal of it is to constantly be talking to new people every single day and filling them in your funnel. So more people going in, and you're nurturing. Nurturing every single day. And over time, you're going to build up a database of people who know you and are familiar with you, of homeowners. And the more you do that, you're just going to make more money. Once it starts to turn over, say you're in the business, like you meet 1,000 people, and you're in the business for 7 years. If you're properly in touch with everybody, that is 1,000 transactions that you can do. Everybody's going to turn over, or they know somebody who's going to turn over. You know what I mean? Enough with the database. All right, guys, be safe. Thumbs up. Buddy system, arrive early, park on the street, check all entrances. Yeah, show this stuff. This stuff. Yeah, big and really big is how you manage your time. Okay, yeah, manage your time and focus, obviously, right? Okay, that's cool. Guard your mindset, practice conversations. So role playing for open houses is very important. Has anybody ever got stuck with conversations at open houses or ever felt nervous? Yeah? Do you still get nervous ever? No. Nope. You do it enough, right? What helped you, Clara, get comfortable during open houses?
Well, actually doing it more often and knowing what questions to ask.
Right.
Not being too pushy.
Correct.
For the information. My biggest issue is, most people, when they come in, they give you a phone number that is, it's a fake number.
Right.
And that really can, get you disappointed of doing open houses.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, why do people get fake numbers?
Because I feel like maybe because you didn't engage them. So what I do is I'll tell them to sign in, and then I'll ask them a few questions like, what brought you in today, and I'll get their number direct. I have them sign in, plus I'll try to get their number in my phone right away and call them on the spot. Like, hey, I'm gonna call you because I'm gonna text you, or text me your email, and I'm gonna send you some more homes. You came from the valley. How many homes are you looking at today?
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna send you some more. Some new ones just came out yesterday. You probably haven't seen them yet. I'm gonna send them to you. What's your number? Even though I already have them sign in, I'll
Right.
make sure I have the right number. Sometimes too, people will come in and write their email, and then you can't read it. So I'll re-get that as well. So it's just making sure, not relying on just them just signing the paper, because a lot of people will just give you a wrong number.
Yeah.
You can't read the email.
Yep, for sure. Number one, people don't want to get sold, right? They don't want to sign in. Like, I don't even use sign-in sheets anymore. Like, I don't even have it. There's nowhere to be found in my open houses because it's a waste of time. Like, I don't do that. So what I do is, number one, I build relationship and I break rapport. Number one, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that's a big thing. So right when somebody comes in the open house, you got to make sure, boom, you're going to pattern interrupt. Like, hey, how are you different? How are you different than all the other agents out there? Because they're looking at 8, 9 open houses, right? How are you going to win their business? How are you differentiating yourself? By being yourself. That's it. Being authentic and being genuine is going to be what's going to separate you in the market. That's it. When people feel like, oh, I can trust this person, this is who they are. What's this one? Oh, nice, thank you. So first of all, I'll go over my script. There's a system to having the highest possible conversion rate at open houses. It's scientifically based. It's called, have you guys heard of neuro-linguistic programming, NLP? So there's something that you have to do. It's basically your brain, you're kind of going through life on autopilot, right? You're just doing things and you're not really there experiencing what you're doing. So a lot of times what I'll do, like shoot, at an open house, when someone comes in the door, I'm like, what are you guys here for? You guys, I'm assuming you're here for the open house, maybe? This one? They're like, oh yeah, we are. Boom, already, I just pattern interrupted them, they're like laughing, right? Or I comment something on their shirt. Oh, I like that shirt, or oh, is your boy in soccer or something like that? You always comment something about them and to get them talking about themselves right away to build some kind of familiarity. Number one. Number two, you ask, hey, what made you guys come to the open house? Was it the signs or was it online? Now you're going to be able to, this is a qualifier. Because what if you have a busy open house, you want to qualify who you're talking to as fast as possible so you know who you're going to spend time on. Because if you've ever been in a really busy open house, it's hard to navigate who do I spend time on talking to right now, right? So you want to go right away, what brought you guys by, how long you've been looking for, and is this your first home? And then look around the home if you have any questions. I'm going to just, come and see me in the kitchen. I got a couple questions for you before you guys leave. Is that okay? So now you pre-frame it that you're going to have a conversation with them. So let them go to the open house and do their thing, and then sit in the kitchen, right? So I'll get into that script. So there's a script before, this is kind of the schedule. So for sure, make sure to get your open house, like if you don't have one yourself, obviously look in the office. Go to Keller Williams, look, what listings are available, okay? Please don't schedule an open house on a listing that's been on the market for like 72 days. You're gonna waste your time, for sure. So make sure the home has been on the market no longer than 30 days. Because if it hasn't sold in 30 days, it's priced incorrectly. So make sure it's under 30 days, ideally under 2 weeks on the market. It has to look good. Because people are gonna, 99% of the time, they're coming through Zillow, right? If they come from the open house signs, they're just random, like they don't know what they're going for, right? Anytime, that's why I asked that question. Did you guys come from the signs or the open house on Zillow? If they came from Zillow, they already saw the home online and they've already wanted to, they're showing intent. So you want to know if they're qualified or not. Zillow, it's a higher qualifier, for sure. So make sure definitely, like Monday, I'm already looking for open houses. Like, where am I going to do it? What neighborhoods do I want to be in? What price range do I want to be in? Is it priced well? So I kind of cold call for open houses. Like I'll cold call agents. Like in the valley, I'll set up on Monday. I'll start making phone calls, listing agents. Hey, I saw you had a great, beautiful listing on 123 Banana Street. Congrats on the listing, by the way. Hey, just curious. I'm not sure if you'll be open-minded to it, but I'm available this weekend to do an open house. I'm not sure if I can host one for you. I'll make sure to give you guys feedback, and I'll make sure to send it right away. Is that something you'd be open-minded to? And they'll say either yes or no, right? A lot of times you'll get, oh no, my broker doesn't allow that. Okay, whatever. Just go to the next one. You'll probably make about 5 to 10 phone calls with listing agents before you can secure, if it's outside of the office. It might be a little bit harder. But the good news is you're in the biggest office that maintains market dominance with listings. So there's a lot of agents in here that you can just reach out to. Yeah.
Would it be okay to ask someone that's on the team as well, or just ask people who are not on team because then they can get on?
Yeah, honestly, it's probably easier to reach out to agents who don't have teams, because if they do a lot of listings, they're only one human. So, like, you can become an asset to them if you build trust and credibility with one agent. You could be their go-to agent for open houses. So that's what I would do, is find an agent that does get a lot of listings and become like their go-to person to get open houses, right? You'll find out who you resonate with, and they'll start to hit you up. Hey, you free this weekend? You know, you never know. So always set it out there. Hey, if you ever need an open house, let me know. Agents in the office, stuff like that. You know, make sure to smile. That's why you should show up. You know, come to the office, build relationships, because who doesn't show up doesn't get the opportunity, right? You never know. So yeah, definitely get your open house scheduled by Wednesday, because you don't want to get it scheduled on a Friday. They put it on the MLS on a Friday night. Like, you want to market it. You want to market it by Wednesday at least, because people are driving up from different areas. They're planning their itinerary. Sometimes you'll get random ones, and also double check on Friday night that the house is in the MLS. Because I've had it happen where they forgot to put it in the MLS, and you're going to be at a dead open house. So always check that. Nothing's ever guaranteed. Also, this is as I say, with prospecting, there's so many leverages in an open house. So Thursday, this is my schedule. So open houses are Saturday and Sunday. Thursday and Friday, I'm calling the neighborhood in the morning and in the nighttime. The best time for phone calls is lunchtime at 12 and after 6 p.m., 5:30 to 6 p.m. when people are home. And I'm just inviting the neighbors, right? My goal for each open house is to have 20 conversations. 20 conversations for each open house before the open house, right? Not just that, door knocking also. So I'll pick one day out of the week to go and print flyers out and drop off at least 50 flyers. You want to talk to minimum 10 to 15 neighbors. That's great. Usually you're going to have less contacts for door knocking, but a much higher quality conversation. So door knocking and circle prospecting, those are really great methods to build your database out. So pick an area that you'd like to sell homes in, or that you ideally have sold homes in before, and kind of turn that into a farm. Because the more frequent that neighbors see you in an area, the more credibility you're going to build within those neighborhoods. Because if you're doing them randomly, you're not going to have that if you guys think of a soda, what's the first one that comes to mind? Coke. Boom, right away. And then the second one? Pepsi, Sprite, okay. And then the third one? And then the fourth one? Orange. But right away, boom, you guys thought about Coke. Why? Marketing. Name brand recognition. They call it, in marketing world, it's called TOMA, top of mind awareness, right? And you want to build top of mind awareness with your database. And your database are just people you have conversations with. That's it. That's how you can build a referral-based business, is by staying on top of mind with a group of people who know, like, and trust you. Simple. But we get so scared of creating that, and we're seeking and hunting for new business, that we never build something as an asset. Because that's really what you're building here, is a book of business. Because like any business that you buy, whether that be a laundromat or a car wash or a gym, you're not just buying the business, you're buying the recurring clients that business has procured over the years, right? That's the asset. So that's what you have to look at yourself as. I'm building a book of business. Does that make sense? What do the clients want to know? So when you're reaching out, imagine yourself as a homeowner. What would I want to know by a real estate agent? Well, what's important to me in the marketplace? And a lot of times, you want to target the misconceptions that are happening right now. So make sure to Google or use ChatGPT. What are the top 5 concerns of buyers and sellers in 2025 in Southern California? Like, ask it, and then just know those on the top of your mind, so you can hit it right away. Because really, we're the local economists, right? We're seeing this stuff every day, and it directly impacts our business, what's happening in the economy. So if you don't know what's going on out there, how are you going to properly advise your clients? Like, it's actually doing your clients a disservice if you're not researching the market every single day, because you're advising them to make a very large financial decision, right? I research it every day. I've been calling out the market for years. Like last year, I posted a video that there's going to be a buyer's market this year, and it's turned into that. With the rates being high, the demand will slowly fall down, and the prices will begin to fall. People will spend less, inflation will go down. From there, it's going to be what the Fed wants to lower rates. Once the rates go down, what's going to happen? The demand's going to go up. So actually, this is the best market to buy in. Even prices are high. Well, no, they're not high. Real estate always goes up. The mindset of, I'm going to wait for the prices to crash, it's just because the last crash was so powerful and put on the media, the propaganda got into our brains. But actually, in the last 4 recessions, real estate has appreciated 4 to 6%. Did you guys know that? Appreciated, yes. Because real estate is a safe, inelastic asset. Unlike the stock market where it goes up and down, real estate is typically inelastic. So when you can communicate like that to your people in the open house, they're going to be like, I trust this person. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, especially, who's the main buyer pool right now?
First-time buyers.
First-time buyers, but who? Like, what age bracket?
Like 30.
25, 30. So it's millennials right now. Millennials and then baby boomers, actually, who are either upsizing or downsizing, right? Both demographics love data, and especially millennials, are very uncertain. They're very indecisive. They'll sit on the fence for years. So how do you combat that? With data and certainty. And the more certain you are, the higher level of influence you have over people, right? Enough with that, sorry. Relocation information, first-time buyer specifics, mortgage information. So just know what's the new programs coming out there, right? Down payment assistance, being up to date, because this is a value that you're bringing. A first-time buyer, they don't know what they don't know, but you do, and it's your job to communicate what are their options. What can you do, right? So when you're prospecting, you build trusted rapport, you provide value, and you capture information and qualified leads. Building trusted rapport. Before anything, you must build trusted rapport before you do anything else. So never talk about, honestly, the house doesn't matter, the market doesn't matter, the client matters first, and then you talk about what they want to know. So you first, why are you guys here? What about you guys at the open house? What's changing? People only buy or sell because there's a change in their life. So the quicker that you can identify what change is happening in their life, the quicker you can find what their motivation is. Once you identify the motivation, the why, then you're going to give information according to that, right? Because other than that, what most real estate agents do, they just spew information. They're like, oh, this, like, you didn't even ask me how my day is, and you're just giving me all this BS. Like, no. First ask. Be curious. Read everybody that comes to the door. I mean, this is just like easy stuff, right? Be positive. Okay, cool. Know your team stats, know your market stats, personality types. So one of the biggest things that I mastered first right away in the business that helped me out a lot. First, number one, understanding your own personality. People talk about, oh, learn people. Actually, you can't learn people until you truly understand who you are. So there's a test, it's called the DISC, D-I-S-C. I don't know if you guys have taken it. Have you guys taken that? So, you're what, the DC?
So I was trying to look it up, but it wasn't saying. Like, it wasn't letting me log into the results.
Okay, so we'll get that squared away.
Yeah.
Master this. Because once you know yourself, DISC, DISC assessment test. Yes. These are 4 personality types. And the faster you are at recognizing who is who, it's going to make your world a lot better. Trust me, I've lost so many opportunities when I was early in the business because I couldn't read people. I'm like, why did I lose that opportunity? Like, I was at their house and it didn't work. I'm like, I failed a lot. But until I understood why I failed, it really clicked. And it's understanding people's personality types. Because if, say, you have like a sweet lady that's like from the south, she's slow talking, and you come in there like all fast and boom, the market's like, she's not gonna trust you. Like it's, or if you're talking to somebody from the city, very fast talking, very energetic, and you're talking too slow, they're gonna be like, this guy's an idiot. So you gotta mirror and match whoever you're speaking to. So you gotta understand first, that's why you gotta do 20% of the talking, and the person does 80%. So the more they talk, the quicker you can identify what kind of person this is. So then that just comes to questions. You put a question out there, and then they give you a response, and then you listen, and then you respond. So that's just like sales 101. The personality type. So number one is driver. It's a driver is like very cut to the point, like tell me what it is. Boom, boom, boom. I don't got time to waste. Like driver. That's about like 10% of the population. The second version is I, the DISC. See, I is for influencing. The influencer is energetic, loves to talk. Most real estate agents are I's. They like to be in front of people. Like I'm an I. Like I like to just like talk and like I can just talk all day long, right? So I can't do that in front of a D or a C. They're gonna be like, dude, shut up. You gotta know who you're talking to so you can feel familiar. Familiarity builds trust. So when you can do that, you adapt. You adapt to who you're talking to. Doesn't mean being fake, it just means adapt to better communicate who you're in front of. Because typically if you're talking to a couple, they're both different personality types, and one of them is going to be the main decision maker. And you got to know and you identify who's going to be the decision maker. Is it the husband? Is it the wife? Who's like what? And body language too. Someone's sitting like this, okay, he doesn't trust you yet. Or, like the wife can be, I made this mistake, wife's engaged with me, I'm talking to her the whole time, but the husband's in the back like this. I'm not even paying attention, I'm like, oh, this person is good. Messed up right there, should have been giving more attention to the husband, right? And then how do I engage him in the conversation? First, I sit back and match his body language. And then so what do you think? It's not that cool, huh? So I want to disqualify actually what I'm trying to sell. Like the house, if the husband's not liking it, I don't upsell the house. Actually, every house I'm at, I disqualify immediately. Because that's going to show that you're honest. Instead of like, oh, look at this, like, actually the roof is jacked up. By the way, the condenser might go bad in 5 years, just a heads up, your home warranty can cover that. When you do that versus, oh, the home is great, look, this is a kitchen. This is a living room. All right, cool, I can see that online. What about that house can you not see online? So that's where your value comes into play. So before you go to the open house, you get there a little bit early, right? Get there a little bit early so you know you can find little quirks about the house that aren't online. So when they come in, hey, by the way, this, and this. Oh, that's cool, you're super informative. You want to basically, every person that comes to an open house is a job interview for you. And you want to have the best first impression. So when they're coming in there, you want to give them the experience that you're already working with them, that they're already your client. So when they come in there, they're like, they can leave, and they leave with a feeling. Because people don't remember what you say, they remember
They made them feel.
how you make them feel. Right? So you want to leave them with a very good impression. And that's how you get their phone number. And that's how you get real contact information. When you do all that work, and you're like, hey, what's your phone number? Let's stay in touch. I mean, when you can come and you can slam so much information in the first impression, naturally, they're going to want to meet with you. We're so scared of setting appointments because we're afraid of them not showing up or being rejected, right? Like, I don't want to do it, I already have an agent. Look, I set an appointment every open house, even if I have one person coming in, because I do this framework. The framework is become their agent at the open house. Like, I've literally done buyer consultations at the open house, but nobody's there. I'm like, you guys want to look at the home buying process? And I'll do a buyer presentation at the open house. Just why not? I'll even get the lender on the phone at the open house while I'm there. Like, let's do it. And they leave the open house, their mind blown up. Wow, that was so much value. Yeah.
And you mentioned, when you talk to people at the open house, you want to call their attention to certain things that they need to keep in
Yeah.
mind. Like, for example, you mentioned about, this particular appliance, it may be, out in whatever, but you have the home warranty.
Yeah.
Now, nowadays, with the new requirements, when we do open houses, we tell them, or we let them know that we're there representing the seller. So, would you mention something like that, since we're representing the seller?
Bring that up? I never do. I don't need to, really.
No. I mean, since we're supposed to be there representing the seller, are you going to be calling their attention to things that may go out and may,
Oh, that makes sense. Like, are you doing a disservice to the seller by mentioning these things? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you mentioned the positives and you mentioned the negatives. You're neutral. Okay. So you mentioned the positives and the negatives. So first of all, I find out, what are you guys looking for? What's important to you in a home? Why are you guys looking right now? What are you looking for? Oh, you want a 4-bedroom, 3-bath? And I always ask this: what's the most important room? What's the most important part of the home that you're looking for? Oh, I need a big master bedroom with a big master closet. Oh, let's go to the master bedroom this way. And you escort them to that room. Then you showcase what they're looking for. They don't care about anything else because they already mentioned to you what they want to see. And then you mention about, hey, have you guys bought a home before? No, it's our first time. Well, these are some things that you want to look out for. You always want to look out for big ticket items, air conditioning, plumbing, stuff like that. And by the way, just so you guys know, this home may need that down the road, like this, and this. So this is how you communicate it. Obviously, you're not like, oh, this thing is messed up. Like, you know.
No.
Yeah.
For example, the house is, let's see, was built in 96,
Yeah.
for example. Well, by now, it's almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
So, would you say, okay, once you find out what they're looking
Yeah.
for, and you say, well,
Yeah.
how old do you want the house? Oh, okay, this 20 years, well, this one is about 30 right now.
I mean, look, they're going to find that information out regardless. You
Right,
tell them or
right.
they're going to look at it. Just tell them. Like,
Yeah.
like if they buy that house and the condenser actually is jacked up, they're going to find that out. So it's like, the product is the product. Like, it is what it is. It's just how you communicate.
Would they find that out in the inspection report?
Yeah. But like, as a real estate agent, you see so many homes. Like, my background is construction. My family comes from construction. So I know things. So I'll tell people, like, it's like the delivery. This is bad, but there's a solution, right?
Right.
It's bad, but here's a solution. So it's always a takeaway. It's how you communicate it. Like,
And actually they do like that. They like to know what's going on with the house.
yeah,
I remember I started doing with loans.
yeah,
So these came, and he was like, okay, he was rude. Actually, he was rude. He was asking, and she was so nervous because she didn't know where the master bedroom was, how was the bathroom, or roof information.
Yeah.
And he was like, asking her one question specifically, and she was like, she started crying. She started crying in front of him.
He was getting grilled.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I was new on the beat, you know.
Yeah.
I was just like there. It was so embarrassed. But after that, I learned.
You learned?
Yes.
And it wasn't you that got grilled?
No, I learned. And when someone invited me, I was like, okay, can we go to the house before?
Yeah.
To see it, to
Yep.
talk to the
Yeah, know the situation.
to the sellers, and yes.
It's also good to know.
And you're bringing everything back to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
don't forget these things, right?
Yeah.
I
did. I actually forgot a lot of things from my past.
Yeah.
I had a stroke.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, you're like bringing things back to me.
Yeah.
So these classes are bringing so many things.
Yeah.
But not only with this, with my family, with my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're getting value from it. Like, I still do
And if
these.
you have an open house this weekend, please come here.
Yeah, of course. With these classes, like they can seem fundamental and basic and whatever. I don't care. I've been like I teach the class, but I'll still sit in here and there because there's always something that you forget, right? Like we never know everything. You have to constantly remind yourself of the fundamentals. Like Kobe, he's still dribbling. He's still shooting free throws, 3-pointers. You're always practicing the fundamentals. You're not just practicing all the fancy stuff. The fundamentals are the foundation of your business. And once you master them, there's 4 different levels of competency, right? When you're learning, you have unconscious incompetence. Unconscious incompetence. That's when you don't know what you don't know. And usually that's when you're new, you're like, everything is with the rose glasses, everything, you're like, oh yeah, I can do this, da-da-da. You don't know what you don't know, so you're confident. However I want to say that. Next, you have conscious uncompetence. What's that? That's where you know that you don't know what you don't know. That's where like, ouch, actually I don't know shit. But that's the next part to growth. Okay, I know I don't know this. Now I can work on this. So now you have conscious competence, where you're becoming a master of those things that you know you're working on. Okay, and that's like a 4 to 6 year cycle, right? The 2 cycles are pretty quick, but once you're working on those things, you're actively pursuing mastering something. That takes 4 to 6 years. They call it 10,000 hour rule. I mastered this open house thing, and there's things I still need to, like when I'm teaching it to my team, I'm like, shit, I forgot. Like, you just start doing things unconscious, like Tiger Woods. You ask him, how do you swing a golf club? He's just like, hey, I don't know, I just do it, right? It's unconscious competence. That's when you just do it, right? But by then, you have to practice and get the reps in over time to where you find your own skill set and your own way to do it, and it takes time, right? So personality types, it kind of went off in a tangent there, but hopefully you got some value there. So sign-in sheet, you kind of got the gist of that. I actually just do the sign-in sheet because I have ADHD and I freaking lose papers all the time. So I just needed somewhere to keep and track my stuff. So I have a system, and as a real estate agent, number 1, as you progress through doing business, systems is how you scale. If you don't have systems, like any business, it's going to fall apart. If you don't have systems, it's basically processes, right? As a business, you're a business owner. Most real estate agents are not business owners. They're just high-paid salespeople. And they're sporadic, they're inconsistent, they're emotional, and their business is like this. But how do you get your business to do this, like that? is by having systems, right? So that's why the benefit of being on or joining a team or being in a team, there's systems there, right? Like most of my business is systemized where it just does it. Because I just want to focus on meeting with buyers and sellers and signing contracts. That's all we do. Everything else is a distraction. Designing your business cards in Canva, distraction. Focus on talking to new people every day in a systematic approach. So after the open house, right away, go to your CRM. Whether that be your command, follow boss, a freaking Excel spreadsheet that you track the people you have conversations with. Every time, make it a habit. Your day's not done until you go to the office and input all the new conversations you've had, their information, send a text out, and notes, because you will forget. You build up this pipeline of people, you're going to forget. You're for sure going to forget. So you want to track it, because what you track, it improves. And what you don't track, just like your food and your macronutrients, you don't track it, you don't improve. Right? Like the gym. Okay. Follow up. Yeah. So, this is the biggest thing. This is where people fall behind. This is actual statistics from the National Association of Realtors and Sales. The average buyer will make a decision in 6 to 7 months, right? The average appointment set, the average lead, like you'll get now business from open houses, but most of the time it's follow up. Like somebody that you meet today, it's going to turn into a piece of business realistically in 90 to 180 days. So don't expect now business, you expect the business to convert in the future. So you cultivate and you follow up. Most real estate agents will call on Monday, nobody will answer. They'll try again on like Friday, nobody will answer, and then they'll forget about them next week. The average real estate agent stops following up after 3 follow-ups. But did you know the average client will respond and transact or do something with you on the 12th contact? So the gap is consistency and persistence. So if you can just follow up more than anybody else, that's all there is to do. You can go and buy leads, you can go do all this shiny object now business, but if you're missing the fundamental truth of follow-up and consistency, your business will never grow to the extent that it can. So, as I said, you go to that Excel spreadsheet and you track every time you reach out to them. And I have an Excel spreadsheet. I have 12 attempts of contact, and I track. They answered, they didn't answer. I text, they didn't answer, right? And I'll track every time I reach out to them, and I know my business where it is. I need to know, I need to have this many leads in my pipeline, to have this many closings, and this many conversations. So, if you know that, there should be no fear in if you can accomplish your goals. Getting blown up, guys. Training better. Plan an open house. Okay. Well, does that make sense so far? Yeah? What are you guys getting out of this so far?
Got to be consistent, do it step by step, and make sure that I connect with the people that I'm going to be doing open houses before.
Yeah.
Like 3-4 days before. Like start like on Monday. From Monday, start with the first step, and then by Wednesday I should be talking to people already.
Yep.
In the neighborhood.
Right.
And then posting, and then by Friday go back again.
Yep.
Door knockers.
Yep.
Do an open house in properties in the market for less than 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Why do you want to do a list? Like nobody's gonna come to it. It's not sold yet for a reason.
Like, that's new for me.
Yeah.
To prospect for open house.
Yeah. Prospect for open house. Yeah. Also, it's good to find out the motivation and why they're moving to. It's very good to know, because now you can communicate that to anybody coming there, because they're like they need to be motivated. If you know the seller's motivation, they need to be willing to negotiate a price or closing costs, and you can tell the buyer, hey, look, actually the seller's pretty motivated they're already in escrow, and this just fell out. So if you guys want to write an offer, we can probably negotiate something here. Before, like, instead of like, oh, let me reach out to the agent and find out. You already have the information before they even ask it. So bringing the answer to a problem, bringing an answer to a situation or a question they didn't even have yet, is where you're like really setting yourself apart. There we go. So this is, I want to go back to mine because I put a little extra things in here. This is a schedule for you guys. So outbound prospecting, circle prospecting, door knock. You can also leave text messages too. You can text, make a nice little text message. You can get from a title rep and get it 50 to 100 phone numbers in the neighborhood. And if they don't answer, you can also text them. Because a lot of people these days don't like to answer unknown numbers. You know how many times I wouldn't answer myself. I'm like, man, so many spam calls. So, meet people where they are. Also at the open house, ask before you get their number. Hey, do you guys prefer text or phone conversations? It's a really good thing to ask. So you're not communicating them in a channel that they don't like. Communicate them where they're at, where they're comfortable. So yeah, ideally, everybody has different schedules, different lives, but if you want to go crazy and do this for 90 days, a sales cycle is 90 days. Whatever you do today, you'll see the results in 90 days. Guaranteed, every time. And I know, the first month, this isn't working, this sucks, no, for 90 days. So put your head down and do the work, and in 90 days, look up and see where your results are. Don't look up in a week, look up in 90 days. But most agents give up in month 2, and they're like, all right, this is not for me. So just don't quit and understand and set expectations with yourself. Hey, nothing's going to happen here until 90 days. But something will happen before then, because this is how things work, right? Now, if you continue that compounding effect over time, you do it for 180 days, 365 days. Imagine where you will be if you just didn't quit the activities. But most agents, they quit these activities once they get some success, and then they go back down. They'll get 1 month with 5 deals, and they're chilling. They made a good amount of money, and then they, boom, stop doing the activities, and then 2 months later, their pipeline's drying up, and they're like, oh shit, I gotta go and do my job again. But if you just don't stop doing this, it's a non-negotiable, I'm gonna do open houses no matter what, cool. Here's the thing, nobody tells you to schedule your vacation time. Schedule your time off. Schedule when you're going to have fun first, and then schedule your work around it. So I have 4 weeks of open houses, then I'm going to go do this with my family. So you have something to look forward to. So like for me, I do a trip once, like a big trip, I'll leave the country once every 6 months, and then I'll do a quarterly trip somewhere, right? But I always have something I'm looking forward to. So I work, and then I have something to look forward to, right? Going back to the law of reciprocity, so naturally, when you give something to somebody, they feel like they need to give something back, right? So when you're giving value, they feel inclined subconsciously to do something. So if you're giving value to somebody over the phone, you're just really making a good connection, now you can ask for a referral. Hey, by the way, who might you know in the neighborhood, or a friend or a family member that could use information like this, that is potentially going to be buying or selling? You sit, you pause, and then they'll say, oh, XYZ, boom. They didn't do anything, but now you got a referral off a good conversation. So if you guys want to take a picture of this is the scripted dialogue based off of everything that I was just saying. Your personalities, observational. So number 1, always greet with a smile all the time. Like if you're depressed at your open house because nobody's there and somebody comes in, you're like, oh shit. Oh, yeah, you gotta always be high energy. Always expect the outcome you want. All right, always smile, for sure. Eye contact, number one. You don't know how important eye contact is actually. A lot of times, people don't make eye contact. They're just like, are you here? Where are you? So eye contact and being present with people is going to be increasing your conversion. You can notice if people are, you gotta go to folks, okay? This, or like this, or they're like, how are people interacting with you? You'll be able to match it. Leading questions, that's sales. So there's a book, if you guys want a recommendation of anything, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Have you guys heard of that book? Everybody needs to read that, mandatory. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It was written in the 1930s, and it's one of the best books in the world, ever. It just teaches you how to build rapport with anybody, and how to do all this. This is where I learned all this stuff from, is by books. Subconscious communication, dopamine triggers, feeling good, make people ask for rapport. Okay, so take a picture of that. First impressions. If you guys can take a picture of that, you can. How to identify if they're a buyer or seller. You know, simply put, you can have a script like this. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Hey, listen. Typically, people come into my open houses for one of two reasons. Either you're potentially going to buy, or you do currently own a home and you're maybe looking to relocate. Which one of those are you? So you could be straight to the point, or you can ask them how they found out about the open house. So when you find these questions out, it's helpful. And then give them space. Always give the client space to just do their thing. You don't want to hover around and follow them around. You don't want to do that. Hey, you guys, do you have any questions? Yeah. Tell us the word thing. Closing for an appointment. Do you guys have problems with closing at all for appointments? Is that ever uncomfortable for you? Yes or no?
I think it's, for me, so depending on the attitude of the person that came in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, for example, they look around, they go upstairs by the time, and they spend some time upstairs. But by the time they come downstairs, well, thank you very much, you know, they're on their way out.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of.
It's like, okay, yeah, I know that. So, this is where it's very easy to do and not to do. So, there's something called the takeaway. This is like a 1980s from some movie, I forgot what it's called. But, you always do this. They're leaving out the door. Hey, one last thing, one quick question. And then you don't leave your frame. Stay in the kitchen. So they're gonna what are they gonna want to talk to you like they're at the door? They're gonna come back. Hey, quick question. Do you guys mind giving me some feedback for the seller? People want to get feedback. Hey, look, it's not gonna hurt my feelings, but do you mind giving me some feedback for the seller? Like, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about this? You want to get their buy-in, get their opinion.
You don't follow them.
No.
Many agents, they do.
No, don't follow them. So you want to have them come into your frame, because this is your open house, but like subconsciously, it's your space. A lot of times as agents, we put the client higher than us, and we're like, oh, scared. Like, actually, no, you're coming to my open house. Yeah. So when you're in your own frame, hey, listen, do you guys mind if I ask you a couple questions about an open house? What do you guys think so far? You're telling them, hey, please, so from there, and then you can ask all the rest of the conversation. But it's just getting them to come back. Right? And that's a hard thing. A lot of people lose opportunities that way. It's like, they left the door on and that's it. So I pre-frame it in the beginning. Hey, you guys check the house out. If you don't mind, before you guys leave to come back, I just had a couple questions for you. And then when they come back, they come downstairs. Hey guys, real quick, do you have a sec? I just got a couple questions. It's, real nonchalant. And then they'll come back to you and they'll communicate to you. And then database, your email marketing quarterly calls. So simply put, this is how simple the business is. Every person you meet at the open house into the database, and then you call, if they're going to transact, you'll know when they are. But if they're not motivated yet, no problem. It's okay. I don't care if you transact today or in 4 years from now. I want to be your guy or your girl. Talk to them. So that was that. All right. So that was all I had to questions, comments, or observations?
Just to work more on the process of the open house.
Yeah.
And like you said, look for, see, I've been doing it from time to time the other way around.
Yeah.
Looking for a property that's been on the market for a while.
Oh no.
Because, I mean, from the seller's point,
Yeah.
I was thinking from the seller's point, the house has been on the market for, I don't know, 60, 70 days, and said, oh my God, this house really needs to be sold.
Yeah.
So, I do the posting and the flyers
Yeah.
and and because to me, that meant, okay, I gotta advertise it to bring people over, and they'll know it's on the market, oh, it's still on the market, so they may come and see the property.
Yeah. But it's actually the opposite.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, there's no amount of effort that we can do to sell a listing. Actually, there's no amount of marketing. You can spend $10,000 in marketing on a property that's unsellable, will never sell. And it always comes down to the price. So that's why my listings always sell, because I know how to price them and I know how to communicate that to the seller. That's why listings expire on the market, because the agent doesn't have the conviction to communicate to the seller. Listen, that's not going to work here. Instead they're like, oh, I got a listing, cool. And it sits on the market, and then you're like, no updates, and then now you look like an idiot. Nope, we don't want that. I'd rather not take the listing than to take something overpriced. And that's simply put, So just find stuff that's priced well, and you never know. So, a lot of agents, they don't want to do open houses anymore. Even if it's a graded listing, they want to do other stuff, So just build a relationship with an agent. Like, you've been in the business a long time. People know you already, so just get good ones. Yeah. Anything else, guys? What do you think?
When you doing an open house,
quick question, brother.
Oh, yes. I forgot. Zoom is there. What's up, Harry?
How you doing? Good. With the car form, do you have them signed out, or as far as representation or the changes we have about a year ago?
I mean, I'm going to go off the beaten path, and I'm like, I really don't care about any of that stuff, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I never used it.
What did he say?
It's that broker sign-in form thing.
Yeah, the visitor sheet.
Yes.
The visitor sheet. It's really just a sign-in sheet. It's just a sign-in sheet, really. But you can use that. Like, hey, guys, you have to sign this by law. They're gonna put fake information. So technically, yeah, you do need it, but I've never once ever had any issues with that.
Okay.
So I don't think you need
So
to.
by law, you do need that.
All right.
I mean, I think.
Well, I was listing an open house yesterday. They didn't have a sign-in sheet at all.
Huh?
They didn't have a sign-in sheet.
They didn't have one?
They just had flyers and describing the property, features and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, I mean, minimum, you want to have an open house toolkit. So I actually have a box in my car that has all this stuff that I need for an open house. So I have my guides, I have loan information, I have a stack of sign-in sheets, and I have like a speaker, I have like a little kit. So it's a system, so when I just go do open houses. I don't have to gather stuff around. So yeah, I mean, just have a sign-in sheet for sure. I'm not going to say yes or no. I don't use the car form. I've tried it once. I'm like, hey, you have to sign this in the law. It felt weird. Yeah, so cool. All right, guys. You guys gonna go crush some open house this weekend? Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Thank you very much.
And if you guys want to follow my Instagram, it should be here somewhere. Hold on. There we go. It's just my name. If you guys ever have questions or stuff like that. Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright guys, I'm out of here.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get to prospecting. Like a good boy. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you very much.
Yes. I'll eat some breakfast now. Oh, yeah. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Text me. Text me, yeah. Yep. No problem.
Thank you.
Do you possibly let's find out?
Very interesting. So, I just saw something, I got to the open house for money, she's still here. I'm gonna go check and see if she's still here. Now, do people leave food out for people? I'm just wondering.
I can walk with this. I think I'm funny.
Well, these are apple crisps.
Where are you going, Dorita?
I'm going to, I saw the lady I did the open house for, I'm going to see, how things worked out, cause I don't know, I did open house already.
There's gonna be a class,
Mondo
class.
should
I think, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's why I'm leaving my stuff
I'm
here, I'll be
staying
back.
back.
I'll be back.
Come and are you command?
Command class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
It's
back.
Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, yeah. He's been, so every Tuesday, he does class and it's really good. I've been coming now for a while and he, like, he teaches a lot, so. Perfect. But it's at 11. At 11. I think I'm
Oh,
gonna,
yeah.
yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is, I gotta go to the, state condo.
Great presentation, man. Thank you so much.
Well, I wanted to call you guys just because my team we're holding an event this Saturday. It's gonna be like we call it Summer Splash. So it's an event providing all our past clients, current clients, and all the family and friends. We're gonna have pool there, of course. There's gonna be games. We're gonna have a taco guy there. We're wrapping off a Nintendo Switch, and it's at a really cool property that we have for show right now in Lake Elizabeth. Um, Big home, like 15 acres. It's gonna be a pretty cool time. And it's been a while since we've seen you guys, so we definitely want to invite you guys. I can send you the flyer, the link to RSVP. Um, yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, a good little, for a couple hours. Bring the family, bring the kids. Yeah, they could go in the pool. It's a good time. Raffle games. All our clients, everyone's gonna be there. Elizabeth, Lake Elizabeth, by like Neona Valley area. Yeah, so you're good. Yeah, it'll be soft for you guys. But yeah, no, it's a nice home. Um, it good views. It's over there in Neona Valley, so it's more greener too. So probably a little bit cooler, not too hot. But yeah, I'll send you. I can send you the flyer, the link to RSVP. I'll even send you the link to the house. You can see how it looks. It's a really nice home. Well, oh wow. Yeah. I love Tehachapi. Yeah. Different hours, different pockets. Right. Oh, good. Just same old. Just trying to keep things going. But things are good. I can't complain. 100%. Yeah. There's a lot going on, but we're keeping busy. Just trying to do our part, growing the team too. So everything's going really good. Good morning. Yeah. Uh, I appreciate that. I'm trying my best. Yeah, working hard that way, we can throw events for you guys like this too. send you the info right now. Of course, Erica. Well, you too. Talk to you soon. Alright, bye.
I'm so sorry, guys. I got sidetracked. I'm not gonna lie. I got sidetracked. No, and I saw Claire, and I was like,
Uh-oh.
I gotta run. Okay. What'd you guys think of Ignite today?